Global warming. Global warming is the major environmental issue that we face today. World nations are trying to overcome this issue. When we look back, human activities during the last few decades of industrialization and population growth have polluted the atmosphere to a great extent that it has begun to seriously affect the climate. So let's see what is global warming, what causes global warming, what are its effects, what can we do, how we can control global warming for a better life in this earth. Global warming. Simply, we can define global warming as the abnormal increase in the average temperature of Earth in all parts of the world due to the constant increase in the amount of greenhouse gases into the air. So, what are greenhouse gases? Yes, a greenhouse gas is a gas that traps heat in the Earth atmosphere. For example, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbon, etc. Now let's see what are the main causes of global warming. Global warming is caused by several things which include man-made causes as well as natural causes. One natural cause is release of methane gases from Arctic tundra and wetlands. We know that methane is a greenhouse gases and a very dangerous gas to our environment. We know that a greenhouse gas is a gas that traps heat in the earth atmosphere. Another natural cause is that Earth goes through a cycle of climate change. This climate change usually lasts about 40,000 years. And another natural cause is volcanic eruption. So, how volcanic eruption cause global warming? Volcanic eruption is also a natural cause for global warming to a small extent. How they cause global warming? When they erupt, they release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases which can lead to climate warming if the input of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere is sufficiently large. But studies shows that the net long-term effect of volcanism over the last 200 years has not been significant enough to warm the climate. Now let's see what are the man-made causes. Man-made causes are most damage to our planet. There are many man-made causes of global warming. Pollution is the one of the biggest man-made problem. Pollution comes in many shapes and sizes. So now first let's see burning of fossil fuels. How burning of fossil fuel cause global warming? We know that fossil fuels are made of organic matter such as coal or oil. When we burn fossil fuels, they give off carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gases. When we dig up the fossil fuels are dig up the methane, letting it escape into the atmosphere. Another man-made cause is deforestation. Forests and trees store carbon. When they degraded or completely cleared, this stored carbon has the potential to be released back into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide and contribute climate change. And also, plants absorb carbon dioxide for photosynthesis from atmosphere. When deforestation occurs, this led to the accumulation of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which has the capacity to trap heat reflected by the earth, which results in global warming. Another man-made cause is proliferation of factories. How factories cause global warming? Yes, factories release toxic gases and materials are burned and released into the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide and methane. So now see what is greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect also cause global warming. To know about greenhouse effect, first we should know what is a greenhouse. A greenhouse is a building with glass walls and a glass roofs. Greenhouses are used to grow plants. A greenhouse stays warm inside even during the winter. In the daytime, sunlight shines into the greenhouse and warms the plants and air inside. At night time, what happens is it is colder outside, but the greenhouse stays pretty warm inside. That is because the glass wall of the greenhouse trap the sun's heat. Now we understood what a greenhouse. Now let's see what is a greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect works much the same way on the earth. Gases in the atmosphere such as carbon dioxide trap heat similar to the glass roof of a greenhouse. These heat trapping gases are called greenhouse gases. During the daytime, sun shines through the atmosphere. Earth's surface warm up in the sunlight. At night, what happens? Yes, Earth's surface cools, how releasing heat back into the air. But some of the heat is trapped by the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. This is how Earth keeps warm. But human activities are changing Earth's natural greenhouse effect. Burning fossil fuels like coal and oil put more carbon dioxide into our atmosphere. Too much of these greenhouse gases can cause Earth's atmosphere to trap more and more heat. This causes Earth to warm up and ultimately lead to the global warming. Global warming is having significant impact on hundreds of plants and animal species around the world. Now let's check what are the reasons for increasing greenhouse gases. Yes, firstly carbon dioxide emitted by factories. Previously we discussed that how proliferation of factories leads to global warming. Then burning of firewoods. We know that when we burn firewoods, greenhouse gases will emit. Methane gases from decomposition of plants, livestock. Increased use of vehicle as the vehicles emit a lot of poisonous and greenhouse gases, and water evaporate and enter the atmosphere. So all these are reason for increasing greenhouse gases. Now let's see what are the effects of global warming. So first one is sea level change. There is a rise in sea level which may be due to the following major changes: thermal expansion of atmosphere, mountain glacier melting, Greenland ice sheet melting, Antarctic ice sheet melting. All these are brought about by global warming. If the amount of carbon monoxide in the environment increases without any control, the sea level may increase up to 18 to 28 centimeters around the year 2030. Currently, global sea level are rising a few centimeters per decade. Two-thirds of the rise is due to global warming and remaining one-third is due to deforestation, draining of wetlands and large-scale pumping of groundwater. Another one is crop yield. Carbon monoxide rise will result in increased yield of crops up to 60 to 80%. But other factors will affect regional climate change and loss of ecosystem. Water balance. The water availability is likely to be more serious and perhaps more expensive to solve. In future, the warmer world will have water crisis in some parts, while in other regions it will be wetter than today. Global warming may even affect future rain patterns that may have pronounced effect on agriculture and ecosystem. Another effect of global warming is reduction in water supplies. Streams and aquifers could shrink or dry up altogether, forcing the entire population to migrate to other areas. Change in forest. Temperature and subarctic forests will get reduced to grassland and shrublands. Forest fire would add more carbon monoxide to atmosphere. Another effect of global warming is reduction in biodiversity. Large scale deforestation would also cause extinction of species. Reduction in parks, wildlife sanctuaries, wetlands, and coral reefs led to loss of biodiversity. Another effect of global warming is weather extremes. Due to global warming, continuous heat waves and drought would become a regular problem in many areas. As the upper layer of seawater becomes warmer, hurricanes and typhoons would occur more frequently and blow more fiercely. Another effect of global warming is threat to human health. Global warming would disrupt supplies of food and water, displace many people, and altering disease patterns. Tropical diseases like malaria, yellow fever, dengue fever may spread from the tropics to temperature zones. Sea levels rise could spread infectious diseases by flooding sewage and sanitation system in coastal cities. And another effect of global warming is ozone depletion. Now let's see what are the future predictions. Studies shows that global mean temperature should increase by between 1.4 and 5.8 degrees Celsius. The northern hemisphere cover should decrease further, but the Antarctic ice should decrease. The sea level should rise by between 9 and 88 centimeters. Now let's see what are the precautions to control global warming. Reduce the usage of ACs and refrigerators. Useless usage of ACs and refrigerators should be stopped because from them harmful rays CFCs emitted which results in depletion of ozone layer, and from that whole UV rays of sun comes to the earth and cause many diseases to both animals and plants. Plant more trees. How many trees as possible as we can plant more and more trees, as plant can absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. CNG and hydrogen operated vehicles should be used. Decrease the emission of greenhouse gases as possible. Replace CFCs with HFC. So, it is the time to take action to reduce global warming. Now, let's see what are the policies taken by the government of India. India will get its non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatt by 2030. India will meet 50% of its energy requirement from renewable energy by 2030. India will reduce the total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons from now onwards till 2030. What can we do? Yes, of course, speak up and act. Talk to your friends and family and make sure your representatives are making good decisions by voicing your concerns via social media. Write a letter to leaders. Make awareness programs to support and implement a set of climate solutions. As we say, what we can do. So, what actions we can do? Protect what remains of our existing tropical forests through non-profits such as Cool Earth. Instead of ordering a private ride, do a ride share. Walk and bike to our destination whenever it is possible. Avoid rapid acceleration and braking. Why? Because if you refrain from harsh braking and rapid acceleration, you can cut your fuel consumption by as much as 40% according to the US Department of Energy. In the winter, take steps to lower your heating bill because electricity is one of the biggest cause of greenhouse gas emission. And another is save water because it take a lot of energy to pump, heat and treat your water. Take shortest shower. Reforestation is the most cost effective way to prevent global warming. So as we said earlier, save earth, make every day earth day. Save the earth for a better life in the earth. So, global warming is the major challenge for our global society. There is little doubt that global warming will change our climate in the next century. So, in short, we can say that global warming is the rise in the average temperature of Earth atmosphere. Release of methane gases and Earth goes through a cycle of climate change are the natural causes. Pollution, fossil fuels, and high population are the main cause of global warming. There are many of effects that happen already, like melting ice. Thank you.